Janelle, it's certainly been an eventful and emotional afternoon here. It started in the morning, now in the afternoon, and it's going to be just as emotional as we head into the evening hours because these families, and this is so much distress here, these families still don't know if their loved ones survived the shooting. They are all gathering. Let's tell you where we are here. We are on the ground level on the corner of San Pedro and Heading. If you look about a block down this way, that is the VTA rail yard. That was where the shootings occurred. I'm going to get back into the camera here. Just across the street is the main jail of Santa Clara County. So this is not a neighborhood. This is not a rural area. This is kind of the brain trust of San Jose and the county. It's a very busy, active civic area in terms of the politics and in terms of the law enforcement angle of this. We're going to take you back up to our NBC Bay Area Sky Ranger above me here in downtown San Jose, and that brings us to the victims' families here. They still don't know. They are just a couple of blocks away from here, gathered, waiting word to see if their loved ones survived. Among the family, among the friends, is Councilmember Raul Perales. He joins us just a few minutes ago talking about his lifelong good friend who he believes might be one of the victims who died in this shooting.
So I sent him a text, called him, no response. Got a hold of his wife shortly after that, and nobody's been able to get a hold of him. So his family came down here to the reunification center, and were not able to reunify with him here. And a number of families went down to the district attorney's, their victims assistance center, and they're still awaiting word on any sort of final confirmation on who the actual victims are.
In normal circumstances, I would call you council member. I will call you Raul for this because you are not a politician in this situation. This is your lifelong friend. How long have you known him, and what's going through your mind right now?
Yeah, we've been friends since middle school. Nearly 30 years. He's a close family friend. It's tough. This has been tough to be in the role of council member today, while also literally seeing his parents, right, and his wife and my friends, and to just feel all the emotions. I haven't really had a chance personally to kind of, I think, go through the entire emotions yet. And you know, I think we're holding on to hope, but it gets more challenging by the minute.
Our prayers and really just our positive thoughts are with all of these family members waiting on word to see if their loved ones survive. Now, we talk about San Jose for so many years here. It's the Bay Area's biggest city, more than 1 million people, but for decades it's always been a small town, and that's the feeling you get and we continue to get. Yes, it's the capital of the Silicon Valley. All the tech firms are here. There's a lot of money here. It's changed over the demographics over the decades, but it's still a small town, and when something like this happens, you get those small town tears, those small town emotions. We sat down also just a short while ago with the chairman of the board of the VTA, Glenn Hendricks.
I'm not carrying anyone else's emotion. People have their own emotions they're dealing with. Again, there's direct impact, indirect impact of people that you know, members of the organization who are continuing to work while all this is going on, and knowing that their friends and others, this has all occurred. It's just really devastating.
With tears in his eyes during that interview, we appreciate his time during this time of crisis. We talk a lot about now the families, the victims. We're trying to identify who they are. As for the gunman himself, he did kill himself here just about a block behind me. But what was his motivation? What was his background? For that, let's bring in NBC Bay Area Sergio Quintana, who joins us live in Santa Cruz this evening. And Sergio, I believe you have spoken with the ex-wife of this gunman.
Yeah, we were able to talk to Cecilia Nelms, the ex-wife of 12 years ago or so. She and her current husband were gracious enough to invite us into their home to basically talk a little bit about how they found out about this morning, and also try to describe a little bit of Samuel Cassidy's demeanor, at least when she knew him.
I was in shock.
Yeah. Why?
Because I never thought he would do that. I gotta tell you, he was very polite, quiet. He was nice to people, but very distant. He never really wanted to connect with nobody.
Now, she did say that their divorce was a little bit difficult. She said that once it was over, she really just kind of wanted to cut off contact. And she says the last time that she talked with him was about 12 years ago. She says that he did have somewhat of a temper sometimes, but she never really considered any of the threats that he made anything serious. She's very gracious and very generously said that she would try to find some pictures of him, and right now she's going through some of those items, but she did say it's been packed away for quite a while, so it's very nice of her to try to offer that, but she figures it's going to take a while for her to find any pictures of him. Reporting live in Santa Cruz, I'm Sergio Quintana, NBC Bay Area News. Janelle, back to you.
Okay, Sergio, thank you so much. As we're learning more about the suspect, we are still awaiting word on who the victims are. 10.5 hours after the shooting, there are families in agony. It's been a heartbreaking day waiting to hear the condition and if their loved one has survived. NBC Bay Area's Robert Honda is live at a family reunification center that has been set up, and we hear there are about 8 families there, and they say right now it's all about helping these families heal and just giving them the support they need. Robert.
Well, Janelle, you're right. It has been a long, depressing day for the workers and the family members who have made their way here to the Victim Assistance Center at the Red Cross, the new reunification center. Now, it has been difficult to gauge just how many people will be coming here or are here now. You've seen how large the groups were that sheriff's deputies escorted from the VTA building where the shooting took place. They were taken to the county government center to be reunited with family and to get grief counseling. That's one of the reasons District Attorney Jeff Rosen set up this new facility and this partnership with the Red Cross to help families under stress. And some of them expressed frustration over the lack of information.
I didn't even talk to nobody yet, just only for my families, and then we're just waiting for the news, what they're gonna say, you know, like any hospitals they take him to, or, you know, like what happened to them. And even they're not releasing any names, nothing.
We know, tragically, that mass shootings affect different people in different ways and over different periods of time. We are offering grief counseling, mental health counseling, victim compensation services, experts, and many shoulders to cry on.
Now, again, we have had a chance to talk to some family members as they walked in, a little too distraught to talk on camera. But again, as you heard, they are trying to seek some information or try to get some updated information on their family members. And of course, the longer it takes, the harder it is for them to deal with the situation. Live in San Jose, Robert Honda, NBC Bay Area News.
Okay, thank you so much, Robert. And the District Attorney Jeff